Hello and welcome to this episode of What We Do. As you can see, we're not seated where we normally are, and that's because most of our office is working remote given the current coronavirus situation. Given that, we thought what better time than to do more of a virtual episode, and what better team to do that episode with than our information technology team, our IT team. We're going to ask them a few questions about what they do in general, but also how they've had to adapt and equip our company for more remote work than we've ever done before, and kind of how our company as a whole has responded to that. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Hello and welcome to this unique episode of What We Do. We have two members of our IT team joining us today. We have Dan Burgess and Chris LaSalle. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this episode.
Happy to be here.
Yes, you're welcome.
It was a decision made by our crew to go ahead and get a What We Do kind of filmed during this quarantine time where a lot of our company is working remotely. And so we thought the most logical team to start off with was our IT team, because they had a lot to do with equipping our company to be able to work and sustain business, in a more remote environment than we were previously. So I'm just going to ask them a couple of questions and kind of get their perspective on kind of their day-to-day and how it's been affected by these kind of strange times we're in. So guys, I'll jump right in and I'll kind of just alternate questions here for you. But I guess, Chris, we'll start with you. On a more basic level, not necessarily with the quarantine, but just in general, what is IFP's IT team? What do you guys do for IFP day-to-day?
We'll make sure the infrastructure is up and running at the whole 99.9% uptime. We help folks in-house with any computer or systems-related issues they may have, and send for to an extent the advisors and the clients as well.
Danny, again, more general, what do you think is the most challenging part of your job every day?
I think we got so much going on in the office every day. The IT department is changing and evolving with no matter what issues or problems crop up, we have to respond to. So just with all the hats and balls juggling in the air, I think with that in place, trying to maintain projects that we're working on and staying on with those and getting them done on a timely basis, and then staying up with the new technologies that come out so we can stay on top of that and offer that out to our advisors and admins.
Absolutely. I know we tend to leverage a lot of technology ourselves here, so I'm sure that makes it difficult for you guys. Yeah. So back to Chris, what did your department have to do to equip our company to work remotely back when we first kind of learned that we needed to, send people home to make sure they're safe?
Well, first and foremost, you have to thank and appreciate the business's forward thinking when you implemented a lot of the current infrastructure. Box being file storage and everything kind of living in Salesforce, moving the phone system to a cloud-based environment, because that makes us flexible and nimble when it comes to how we deploy our resources to employees and advisors. So that being said, about 90% of the work was already done before the pandemic became as much of an issue as it has, as well as equipping most of the staff with laptops. That's the other big issue, is making sure folks had the right computers to work from home. Those who didn't have laptops already assigned to them, we provided what we could in the way of spares and loaners, and assisted folks who had their own machines to have them brought up to our technology requirements to get them to work remotely as if they were in the office.
Yeah, we luckily had most people kind of switched over to laptops, but I know that the kind of straggling desktop people were kind of working to maybe replace those as well. So definitely this time you guys did a great job reacting, but it's also helped us to kind of see what maybe some changes might come down the road.
Yep, absolutely.
Danny, the question for you, how has your day-to-day changed due to the quarantine, if at all?
Not really has changed much at all. We have availability to our ticket queue and to the call queue, so we're able to get up and work with the advisors and admins and the folks in the home office on any issues they may have. If anything, I find myself working longer days because we eliminate the drive home, so it helps to sit here and finish some things up for the day. And the biggest change, I think, has been the dress code, because it's been shorts and t-shirts, and that's been really nice.
Very true. I'm running out of sweatpants. Chris, after going through all of this and kind of equipping everyone for this remote work, well, what are some things maybe that you'd improve for next time to make it even more flexible and nimble in terms of the way that we work?
I would say, like you said, definitely getting folks switched over from desktop to laptops. That is the most time-consuming part of the process, is making sure that those machines are ready to work outside of the office. Aside from that, honestly, everything has run fairly smoothly. We haven't run into anything specific to this work-from-home environment that we wouldn't run into in the office, short of the machine types. But that's all I can think of, to be honest.
Cool. And then I guess my last question, Danny, is for you. Obviously cybersecurity is important in any environment, but I noticed that we've even here at IFP had a lot more phishing attempts and different things where hackers are trying to kind of take advantage of I'm sure us and many other companies. And so I guess what does IFP do? How do you guys help IFP to ensure that our sensitive data is protected always, and especially during times like this?
Well, I guess all of our employees, they've been required to read the employee handbook, which discusses our policies and procedures pertaining to the handling of PII and cybersecurity. With our employees working from home using the company equipment that we've issued, that allows us to stay on top of maintain, with the antivirus, what they're using, the encryption on the hard drives, and the updates. So we control that. So that's a big piece of keeping everything in-house and secure. And all our apps that we use are all in the cloud. They're all cloud-based, and all the companies use have stringent, cybersecurity policies. So we feel real comfortable what we have in place. We do a lot of training with the Know Before app. The employees are trained on phishing and learning what is that pertains, how to handle that going in. If you do receive a spam or a phish, how to handle it and report it. So it shouldn't be any different with them working remotely from home. The IP office is equipped with the latest technologies and procedures to help, the exposure of PI and cybersecurity. So we feel pretty comfortable with what's in place in the office and with them using our equipment at home, that we're on top of it and we should be okay through this.
Great. Well, as always, you guys have done a great job during the quarantine, and thank you for all your help that you've given to everyone remotely and getting everyone ready for this. I know we look forward to getting everyone back in the office and kind of returning to normalcy. Yeah. But until then, again, thank you, and hopefully this was a great kind of insight for everyone else on kind of what IFP is doing on the IT side, both in general and then during these unique times that we're in. So until next episode, we'll see everyone later.